Hi everybody! Today on Poppy Cooks, we're going to do something for citrus season. I know we're in the midst of citrus season, so it might be a lot of fun to do something with it. So we're going to do something with blood oranges. We're going to make a blood orange ricotta cake with a cranberry blood orange compote on top. I know it sounds weird and it's a bit of a mouthful, and it's an experiment. So let's see how it comes out. Hopefully it's not terrible. It's not going to be terrible, Lulu. All right, let's just watch. Okay, so to make a blood orange cake, you're going to need some blood oranges. Or as other Poppy likes to call them, oranges of the undead. Cute. So, our blood oranges get their color because of their reddish color on the outside, but also for their red flesh inside. So for the cake, we're going to use some of the juice and the zest. So to start, you grab your stand mixer, and so you're going to add 1 stick of salted softened butter, 1 cup of brown sugar packed, and 3 eggs. And you're going to mix that together. Once you got it all mixed, you want to add some more ingredients. So you're going to add 1.5 cups of whole milk ricotta cheese. Can't see it back there, but 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of orange zest, and then I really want to brighten up this cake, so I also added 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Then we're going to add 1/3 cup of the blood orange juice. It came out, since those oranges were small, it came out to about 3 oranges. They're not very juicy. Now we're going to mix this up. And then lastly, we're going to add 1.5 cups of flour. I think that should be enough. After we mix, we'll see what it looks like if we need to add more, but I think that should be good. Okay, so I got all the ingredients mixed. It's a little lumpier than I actually want it to be. I think that's because of the butter that I used. I probably should have melted the butter in retrospect, but now that it's already done, we'll have little clumps of butter in it. It'll melt when I bake, and then maybe it'll make it a little bit more creamy. So I sprayed a cheesecake form really, really, really well, and we're gonna pour it in there. And then we're gonna bake it at 350. Say at least a half hour. You know, we'll check after that point. We'll check every 10 to 15 minutes and see how much longer it needs. Okay, so now for the cranberry compote that I'm doing, I have 2 cups of frozen cranberries. I diced up about 3/4 cup of the blood oranges to make sure I got rid of all the pits. I have 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, and I'm going to add 3/4 cup of water, to which I added 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. What that's going to do is really thicken it up, even though the cranberries, you know, will thicken this up anyway once they start popping. But I really want this to be thick because it's going to go on top of the cake. So we're going to let this cook, bring it up to a boil, and then let it simmer for about 25 minutes. See how it comes out. So the cake has been cooking for about 30 minutes, a little over. I'm going to put it in probably for like another 10 minutes. See all those holes? That's from the butter. Darn it. The cake is pretty brown. Maybe next time I'll use white sugar. I just like the flavor of brown better. Sad. So the cake is actually ready at 40 minutes. I stuck a toothpick in the middle. You know, it came out nice and dry, so it's ready. So I'm allowing it to cool fully before we put the compote on top, which is actually still cooking. Actually, as I was pulling out the cake, I went to check on the compote. It's actually done. So now we're going to let this cool as well before we put it on top of the cake. Oh, this looks so good, and it tastes amazing. Okay, so the cake is cool. I put on the cranberry blood orange compote, and I topped a little powdered sugar. Now we're gonna cut it and try it. Moment of truth, people. All right, so we cut the first piece, and now we're gonna try it. Let's hope it doesn't suck. Ooh, it cuts nice. Oh, wow. Super creamy. Almost like a cheesecake texture, but it doesn't taste like cheesecake. You definitely get the citrus. The top is very, very tart, but the cake is very smooth. It's dense, but it's really light. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh, I'll definitely be making this again. All right, so if you guys make this, let me know, and I hope you like it. Enjoy. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Yes, Lulu? No, you said the dessert looked weird. You said it was going to be weird. So now you don't have any. You can't have any. All for me.